A pilot vanishes mid-air, and for nearly a century, no one knows where she went. Not a trace, not a signal, just the vast Pacific, swallowing history. Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, disappears in 1937, attempting a circumnavigational flight of the globe. And yet, somehow, she still feels close, like her story isn't finished. I am Detective Drayk, and when I look into a mystery that's spanned oceans and generations, I don't start with what people think happened. I start with what no one can explain. The Lockheed Electra lifted off from Lae, Papua New Guinea, headed for a tiny speck called Howland Island, a narrow stretch of land barely more than a pinprick on the map. She never made it. Radio contact dissolved mid-flight. Search parties combed 250,000 square miles of ocean. Nothing. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Recent forensic studies point to Nikumaroro, an uninhabited island hundreds of miles off course. In 1940, bones were found there, a woman's, alongside relics, parts of a woman's shoe, a makeshift shelter, a mirror for signaling. For decades, the bones were misclassified, dismissed. But now, a re-examination using modern techniques suggests the remains match Earhart's physical profile with surprising accuracy. Still, bones don't tell us what happened, so I go deeper. A weathered photograph, uncovered in a long-forgotten archive, shows two figures on a dock, one resembling Earhart, the other believed to be her navigator, Fred Noonan. Behind them, a Japanese vessel. The theory: capture, detainment, a failed rescue buried by politics. The Marshall Islands residents even recall seeing a strange white woman held by the Japanese. Skeptics say it's hearsay. I say when testimonies echo across decades, you listen. But what if all these theories are only fragments, truths twisted by time? Her last transmissions were calm, methodical, no distress, no panic. That tells me something. She didn't crash and burn. She calculated, managed, fought to the end. There's also this: reports of distress signals coming from various parts of the Pacific days after she vanished. Faint, indecipherable. Radio operators picking up on strange transmissions they couldn't trace. A desperate pilot trying to call for help. Her voice fading in the static. And maybe that's the real tragedy. Not that she disappeared, but that she might have survived for days, even weeks, stranded, waiting, while the world searched in the wrong place. I've walked through storm-battered islands, examined declassified military files, spoken to those who devoted lifetimes to her memory, and I keep circling back to the same question: what does it mean to be lost? Because some disappearances don't happen all at once. Sometimes the world lets you vanish, bit by bit. Maybe Earhart died alone, on a forgotten shore. Maybe she was taken. Maybe she escaped it all. But I'll tell you this, in every case, there's a moment where truth slips beneath the surface. Quietly. No struggle, no noise, just silence. And if you listen closely, long enough, that silence starts to speak. Some mysteries don't want to be solved, but they want to be remembered.